What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, May 22nd. Hope you are all doing well. We are here to talk some wrestling.
It's not Friday.
It is Thursday, May 22nd. Thank you. Hey, usually it takes about a few minutes for this show to go off track, but in my defense,
it's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. I'm not used to Thursday shows, so we're going to cut me some slack on this one. But hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you're ready for, as I put it on the YouTube thumbnail, Predictapalooza or Prediction Palooza, whatever you want to call it. But we have a lot to predict today. We have WWE Saturday Night Main Event. We have NXT Battleground, and saving the best for last, in my opinion, AEW Double or Nothing. But we're not going to do predictions for AEW Double or Nothing last. We're going to start with those today first, because why not, right? Let's save the other stuff for later. But as I start every show, Maggie, how you doing?
So Rob has no idea what I'm about to tell you guys. I saved it like a surprise. So this is an extremely weird week for me. Not only are we doing the show on a Thursday because I'm working the weekend night shift, both Friday and Saturday, the night shift, and that it hasn't happened in 3.5 years. Just so you guys know, I haven't worked on Fridays and Saturdays in 3.5 years. Yeah, so this is gonna be extremely weird for me, because it's like, not only that I have Sunday off, which is again extremely weird. Not only that, the obnoxious part that I'm about to tell you guys, and Rob doesn't know this. Yesterday, while I was working out, I pulled a back muscle.
Ooh.
Yes, and I'm not dying from pain, but it's extremely annoying pain. It's an extremely annoying pain, and it's a lot of pain. And I have to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna need for you guys to to bear with me on this one, because you have no idea how incredibly uncomfortable sitting up feels like. I feel extremely uncomfortable right now, and it's really painful. Yes, yes, it does suck, and I have to be working tomorrow, so like this has to go away. It was worse yesterday when it happened. So fingers crossed that it's way better tomorrow. So like, I'm not gonna be my usual peppy self, because even doing slight movements hurts a lot. Again, I'm not dying, it's just extremely annoying piercing pain in my back. So yeah,
not cool, man.
It is not cool, like whatsoever. I hope everyone's doing way better than I am. But like, laying down feels really comfortable, and it's okay. Again, bear with me on this one, guys. Hi, this is not a, oh my Jesus, this is not a chiropractic show. This is not a a whining show. This is a wrestling show. Predictapalooza. The last time we called our show after predictions was last year's WrestleMania, when Rob called it a predictamania. Yeah. So as we start off the show, thank you guys so much for joining us in this extremely special Thursday edition of our show. Me working on Friday night, it is the reason why we had to do the show on a Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us. Please leave a like on the video. It is the most direct and free way in which you can support us. The second way, leave a comment after the video is done. It helps us a lot with the awful YouTube algorithm that absolutely hates us. But if you like to support us, directly with some, money that Rob and I both need, apparently, send a super chat. Is the little dollar sign at the bottom of the YouTube live chat. Or you can send a humper chat at humperchats.com. Any amount will get your question read live on the air. Please subscribe to Fightful Select. A lot of contracts, a lot of interviews, you get firsthand. A lot of Q&As from Sean. You definitely will get your money's worth. Holy crap, this hurts. So, if we can just start off, Rob, please. Can you
Yeah.
talk?
Yeah, I will. We'll make sure to not keep you in pain here long. So before we start, there's some big news that came out today that WrestleNomics exclusively, it was a big exclusive from them. WrestleMania 42 is officially leaving New Orleans. It is no longer going to be in New Orleans. It has not been determined where it is going, but it will no longer be in New Orleans. So that came out today. However, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, that has said in a tweet.
Who?
Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp, known jaywalker. So he said, sorry, my nose keeps itching, and if we go off screen with our nose, how that goes.
I know, this is Fightful.
So, anyways, he said, Sean said in his tweet, WWE confirmed to Fightful the WrestleNomics report is true and that WrestleMania will not be in New Orleans in 2026. However, it was noted that this is part of a larger deal that adds Money in the Bank 2026 and that WrestleMania will emanate from New Orleans in a future year. So it doesn't say what year, but so we know Money in the Bank will be there next year and sometime they'll get WrestleMania. So
so do you have are you willing to guess? Is it Saudi Arabia?
God, I hope not, because they're getting Royal Rumble. I think the last thing they need to do is piss off their fan base even more.
Completely forgot about the Rumble. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So no, you're not. Yeah.
So what I said in a tweet, and this is me, because I think everything should be about me. I said, cancel SummerSlam 2026. Give me WrestleMania back. That's what I said. Will that happen? No. But let a man dream, damn it. That's what I say.
Yes, I understand. But you guys do deserve a WrestleMania, so I hope you do get it.
Yeah.
I am excited about SummerSlam.
You
guys
give it back to Minnesota, you cowards. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Rob will pray all the gods for Minnesota to get it.
Everyone's correct here. I mean, it's not gonna be in Bulgaria, so what?
Well,
okay, you didn't have to laugh that much.
Well, come on, you set that one up. But yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. It'd be interesting to see. Maybe the United Kingdom, maybe, as Clown just said.
Not even close.
Not even close.
No. I'm sure we're.
It's all one time zone, So.
Sure. I'm almost certain that that Europe isn't getting a WrestleMania anytime soon.
Yeah, and just everybody knows, because I have to make sure I'm clear with my jokes. I do know that it's not all in one time zone, okay? Because
this is a Fightful joke because Sean thinks.
And Sean I did too. Well, to be honest, I thought that you and Tom Talks Rubbish were in the same time zone too, so I just didn't know.
Well, this is exactly what Sean said.
Well, yeah, but mine was
like it's 5 p.m. and I'm like, no, it's 7. Well, what do you mean? It's 5 p.m. over at the Wrestle Talk guys, and I'm like, yeah, maybe in England. I'm not in England. I'm in
No.
Get
Yeah.
fucking education.
Yeah. Well, here in America, we're all that matters, and that's how they teach us. So
Yeah, of course. Yes.
yeah, that's how they do it.
I'm not
But
mad.
you're
I
just
have to.
disappointed.
I have to try not being mad because it like again it hurts
It hurts to
a
be
lot.
mad.
Yeah, it
Well,
hurts to be
yeah.
mad right now.
Well, I mean, that's the last thing we want to do is get you mad.
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
So we will get started right now before Maggie sends me another threatening private message.
I didn't, by the way, but I thought I'd do it. I thought
Double or
about
Nothing taking place this Sunday in Phoenix, Arizona, or maybe it's a suburb, or I don't remember, as you can't see because I thought this would come out better on our photo. But yeah, so Double or Nothing taking place this Sunday in Arizona. I want to say it's Phoenix, but it might be Tempe. You know, it'd be good if there was a website that told me this stuff instead of me just guessing. But I'm going to go to that
sure there
website,
is.
and it's
I'm
called
sure there is.
Fightful.com. And I'm sure people in the chat will tell me, but because I need to go there anyways, it's in Glendale, Arizona, so I was way off. I know they were in Albuquerque last night, so I know
It's
that
not
helps.
even a real place.
Yes, Albuquerque. Bugs Bunny talks about Albuquerque, or he did in
I
that
know.
one cartoon. Yeah, Phoenix, Glendale's like right there. So I mean, you know what I mean, Mean Gene. Anyways, Glendale, Arizona, this Sunday. I don't think they've announced any 0-hour matches yet, but that's okay.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Yeah. But we'll go ahead and get started with some of the matches that we have. And Maggie, you know, I think this might be the first time we ever do this, but I'm starting it off with a bang.
No.
Hangman Adam Page versus
No.
Will Ospreay. Yeah, we're starting it. We're starting with a bang. You're hurting, remember? And I know you said last week that this match is going to do something to you. So if you want to explain to everybody what it's going to do to you, that's up to you. But Maggie, this match, I was already excited for it, but then last night on AEW Dynamite,
Yes.
both Bill
Yes.
Ospreay and Adam Hangman Page cut a great promo together. One of the best promos I've seen on Dynamite in its 6 years of going, almost 5.5 years. One of the best, in my opinion. I know some people say there's other ones. I'm just saying that's my opinion. It's one of the best, very best that they've had. And I am so excited for this match now that I am ready. Like, I want it to be right now. So that being said, Maggie, I'm going to let you talk now. What you got, who you got, and why do you got them?
I wish I got him. My body is so ready. I don't even care about my back, okay? I won't. It's gonna break either way.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you. Yes. Watch David Lynch movies, guys, please. Yes. So I only have one thing to say about the promo, and that is someone needs to teach Americans how to drink beer without it foaming like crap. Like what was that? Like what the hell? No. So one of the the most loveliest segments I've ever seen on Dynamite, and I say loveliest because I kind of want us not to get in a lot of trouble, you know, from the YouTube god Sean and whatever, because that promo did things to me. I mean, the things I adore most in wrestling is me seeing so much passion from the wrestlers. Uh,
Yeah.
And I almost felt like they 100% believed everything that they said, and that this was happening for realsies, and they were gonna fight, and it mattered a lot. And it's it's like this. I feel like everyone already was looking forward to this match so much. You said it yourself exactly. Uh, but it's gonna also be main eventing the show, which I it was already the main event for me in my eyes. I mean, Anarchy in the Arena is gonna slap a lot, but like this match, it's I kind of feel like it's already match of the year contender, and it hasn't even happened. Uh, Considering the stakes in this match, I I do feel like this is the best Owen Hart final that they've had.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't necessarily remember, all the other ones, but I feel like everyone's talking about this most, and um it feels like everyone's most looking forward to this. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not taking anything away from the women's final because that's gonna be awesome too. But like this one here, I'm always gonna be biased towards Hangman and Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is my favorite wrestler right now, right up there with Kenny Omega. And Hangman to me is one of the most fascinating wrestling characters in modern time. And I've said it before. A lot of people have said this in the past. Hangman is AEW. He's one of the most complete characters, and he's had the most development ever since AEW started.
Yeah. I definitely
And
agree with that.
this match is gonna define AEW for me, in my eyes.
Really? Wow.
Now, who I have winning is a totally different story, because Will Ospreay kind of left a bit of breadcrumbs, because, like he said, if it is you, he said that he has no idea how to beat Moxley, but he hopes that Hangman could show him how to beat Moxley, because if he brings out the best of him and he beats him, and then he'll know that he can beat Moxley finally.
Yeah.
But then he said that if it is Hangman, then Will Ospreay will have his back. So why say that? Later on, he did say, "I hope you do the same for me."
Yeah.
Okay, I I get that, but for me, what's going to be happening is that Will Ospreay will win the match, and Hangman and Swerve Strickland will team up against the Young Bucks. This is what I think is going to happen at All in Texas. But please believe me when I say this. I am so okay with Hangman winning. So okay. You have no idea how okay I will be if Hangman wins. I sincerely do not care. Just give me the match. Please, guys, tell us your guys' opinion about this. Also, do not hesitate to send your super chats. But Rob, please tell me what you think of this while I scream
Okay.
with my microphone muted.
Okay. So this match, like I said, cannot wait for it. The promo last night, like I said, outstanding in many ways. Going into this, I was thinking Hangman Page would win. After last night's promo, I still think he's going to win, because what did it for me, why like you're right. There were breadcrumbs left, and what did it for me with the breadcrumbs was you know me. I'm always about the big moments, and what would be a bigger moment than my guy Bill Ospreay winning that title for the first time at All In Wembley in 2026. Do the Cody thing.
Oh my God.
I know. I'm not saying like. I'm just saying build it like because I sent you a message because like I said, everything's about me, Maggie. Remember?
I know.
I want everything about me to be about me. So you get Hangman Page to win. He wins the title at All Out or All In Texas. You know, like I said, we do this. We make me happy because then I can get my dream rematch
Yeah.
to happen. Yes.
Oh,
It's true. It's damn
Hangman
true.
and Kenny.
Yes, I can get that. Hangman and Kenny at Full Gear because it would be 4 years, right? For 2021. Yeah, 4 years. Like I said. Okay, hear me out. If anything, I'll manifest it. Let's run it back this November at the Target Center. If you book it, they will come. Hangman beats Ospreay at All In or at All. Yeah, me talking's hard enough. AEW Double or Nothing, and then Mox at AEW All In, and he carries that title to Full Gear, and he loses it to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega holds that title to All In. Bill Ospreay versus Kenneth Omega, All In Wembley. There you go. Let's go. Let's play. There you go. I just booked it. Tony Khan, I know you're on a conference call right now, but I'm doing your work for you. Like you're set. You're all set. I got you.
Where does Darby Allin fit in?
I don't give a shit where Darby Allin.
There you go. See, hanging out with me for a long time gets you this. You start hating Darby.
I don't hate Darby. I just don't think he needs to be part of the title picture. Or if he is, he just I don't know. I don't hate Darby. I'll say that right now. I don't hate Darby. I mean, I watched him like him and Brody King. Like that's one of my favorite matches that I've ever gotten to see in person was their casket match, or I don't know if they call it. Yeah, it was a casket match that they had it. But and I do know that, like I said, that's me being. That's me just wishing right
Selfish?
there. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Selfish. Like, will that happen? No. It's a very, very, very good chance of that never happening. But a man can dream. And look, that's a great thing about wrestling is we get to run these scenarios in our head. And I thought that would be a great scenario. So, but let's take all that out. I still think even if let's say Full Gears in Bangladesh, I still say Hangman versus Omega. Let Omega beat Hangman, and then you go all the way. Hangman holds that, or excuse me, Kenny Omega holds that title from Full Gear to All In. There you go. There you go.
Apparently, Soupy liked your idea, so like.
Well, Soupy's a smart man. And we do have a super chat from our good friend Soupy. He says, Hangman Omega? I thought you were going to say rematch of Hangman Jarrett for the world title. He must win before the year ends, Rob. Hey, I will say that much.
Everyone hates me.
No, they don't. Just your back hates you.
My back.
My neck, my back, my neck, and my back.
Yeah, my neck also hurts, but like it's connected to the back. So.
Well, that's from Friday. Oscar-winning movie Friday, winner of 12 Academy Awards. There you go.
Can we just move on?
Yeah, we're moving on. So you have Bill Ospreay winning, and I have Hangman.
I'm
Holy
not,
cow.
I'm not even kidding.
You don't.
I'm totally okay with Hangman winning. It's
Yeah, I know,
a
but
toss up.
like
It's a
it's a
toss
toss
up.
up for you. But this is like one of those, and the winner is you, because regardless, the winner is you.
I am going to be the winner.
Yeah.
But
And that's how I feel. Like I'm fine either way, because I like Will Ospreay, aka Dolph Lundgren, as your mom thinks of him
Yes,
that way.
yes. The winner is always us. But here's the thing: after watching Double or Nothing on Monday morning, then I have to get ready for work and go talk to people that have no idea what wrestling is. And that's the thing I hate most about this, because I know Double or Nothing is going to be a really awesome pay-per-view, and I have to go to work then and talk to people about none of this, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
It's oh so hard, man. So hard. But like, let's get into the other part of the
Okay.
card.
Let's go ahead and go to the second match. That
This is going to be the main event, so not the second match.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll just start this way. Let's go with Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter for the Owen Hart finals, the Owen Hart Cup finals. Who you got? You got
I'm
Hayter or
ridiculously. I'm
Mercedes?
torn. I'm torn.
All right,
I
now, what's your name? Natalie Imbruglia?
Yes, but this is a cover song, by the way. It's not.
Yeah, I know.
It's not her song. Uh, so I initially I do think Mercedes Moné is taking the is winning this match and then taking on Tony Storm at All In, because I kind of feel like this is the most money match that they can do for All In. For me, I'm good either way. I love Jamie Hayter, and Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm has story behind it. But like, in terms of star power, I do feel like they're gonna go with Mercedes Moné versus Tony Storm. But I don't know if Athena gets involved here. I don't think she is. They haven't mentioned her whatsoever at all. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the safe bet and pick Mercedes Moné here. She
Okay.
is. I I don't know, man. She lost the new Japan Strong Championship, and I I don't think that she's gonna lose this match, but I do feel like she will lose to Tony Storm at All In.
Okay.
Yeah. So this kind of begins a, you know, downward spiral. Uh, I'm anxious to see what you pick here. What do you think?
Well, last night going into the match, I was thinking that like when they had their little meet up in the ring, like they're
Little
not.
meat.
Yeah, I was thinking Jamie Hayter was going to get this victory, but now, like when they made the dig about her losing one of the titles, it just kind of made me go back and think. I'm like, I wonder if they're going to keep that title on her. And it's hard for me to pick against Mercedes Moné because every time I do, she wins. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Mercedes here because as much as I like Jamie Hayter, and it's another match I'd be absolutely fine with either woman winning because I think they're both fantastic at what they do, and they're both really good. But I think Mercedes is the way to go because you're going into All In, and it'll make whatever match she's going to have a bigger deal as well. So that's what I'm going with. I'm going to go with Mercedes. As much as I like Jamie, I think they're going to go with Mercedes, and yeah, there you go.
Okay, I understand. I agree.
All right, we move on to our next match. We will go with Toni Storm defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Mina Shirakawa, who got her graphic last night. Another person who got their graphic before RJ City.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
This is an easy pick for me. I don't think Toni Storm's losing the championship. I do feel like Mina Shirakawa will lose this match. I saw people speculating that we get Mariah May here. I don't think so. I don't think we ever see Mariah May on AEW television unless she resigned the contract.
Yeah.
But yes,
okay.
The match is going to be great. They did get a "This is awesome" chant last night from Mina versus Julia Hart, which was amazing. Toni Storm on commentary is always a thing to look forward to. But yes.
Okay. You think we're headed? Do you think? Yeah, I just can't see Mina versus. I can't see Mina versus Toni Storm at All In. I just can't see it. So
I mean, I do get it because of the triple threat from the Japan show, from the New Japan show. I get it. I understand. But I can see Mercedes trying to get back.
Yeah,
but
I'm going Mercedes versus.
Yeah, because Mina was the one to get pinned, right? In that New
Yes.
Japan match. Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
So I do understand that Mercedes Moné would be pissed off, but
yeah. So Toni Storm wins. Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm at AEW All In Tejas. That's the way they're going. It's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
So, yep. So Mercedes Moné gets the victory. We move on to the Anarchy in the Arena match. Kenny, by God Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, The Ops, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata taking on the Death Riders, John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Marina Xavier, and the Young Bucks. They left room for two people, Maggie. They left room for a guy that Sean Ross Sapp just interviewed this week named Gabe Kidd, and another guy that we have not seen for a while. I think they haven't obviously said his name at all, but I think they're, for us fans that watch and are on the internet quite a bit, I think they're kind of leaving it open for a Eddie Kingston return. Do you think that's what?
You think it's going to be 7 versus 7? Because I kind of feel like I think they leave it a 6 versus 6. That they don't need to be in this match.
Well, I just have a feeling. That's all. Maybe somebody gets. Who knows? Maybe they do like that crap WWE does, which I doubt it. But they take one person out, like somebody got hurt backstage or something. I think that'd be ridiculously dumb. But I think they add another person, or because there's like really no rules in that match. There's really no rules at all.
That's what I'm saying. They don't need to be in the match.
Yeah, you don't have to technically add them like that. Like, I think what I'm basically saying is I think we will see Gabe Kidd and Eddie Kingston part of this match. That's probably the way I should have worded it.
I mean, Gabe Kidd is going to be a part of the match because, like, initially when he entered Dynamite last week, I was so excited because I will always be excited to see Gabe Kidd. Yeah. He's my favorite. And then they showed the graphic and he wasn't a part of the graphic. They didn't even mention the guy. And I was watching Dynamite with a shocked face up until, up until the part where Gabe Kidd showed up in the audience and clogged Samoa Joe. Was it Samoa Joe with the briefcase? Yeah, I kind of feel like
Yeah.
he clogged Samoa
Yep.
Joe with the briefcase from the
Samoa
crowd.
Joe.
And I was like, oh, okay. So they because I thought something happened and New Japan didn't want to give AEW Gabe Kidd. And I was a bit worried because Gabe Kidd is always going to sell me even more on something.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that the women are going to be a part of Anarchy in the Arena, because both Marina and Willow have been an important part of this entire storyline. Again, I will always be incredibly excited to see Gabe Kidd. He's I don't know, I kind of feel like New Japan should put all his money into Gabe Kidd, because apparently they don't think Zack Sabre Jr. is the guy, which is which is a lie. How can he not be the guy? So it must be Gabe Kidd. Oh, Jesus. I'm extremely looking forward to this match. This is one of those matches where I'm extremely excited that I'm not there to watch, because we had a match, a sort of match like this at the first All In at Wembley, and it was extremely impossible for us to keep up with all the action. So watching from home is the way to do those kinds of matches. I will be extremely happy to see Eddie Kingston back on my television, but I leave room for disappointment because this happened less than a year ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he can do that. Again, like Sean has been extremely vocal when saying this. He doesn't need to take bumps or anything. He just needs to light someone on fire. Like that's not, you don't need to get cleared for that. But I would like for him to take care of his health and then come back, as opposed to getting back now just for the shock value of the of the thing. That crowd will erupt when hearing Eddie Kingston's song. They will go insane. Eddie Kingston was the one to injure. The Gabe Kidd was the one to injure Eddie Kingston, so this kind of makes sense. With the way things went, because Mox and the Young Bucks took on Samoa Joe, Hobbs, and Swerve in the opening match of Dynamite this week. Again, a slapper of the opening match after that incredibly good opening segment that they had. So Swerve Strickland pinned Matthew Jackson, and I'm like, okay, so the heels are winning on Sunday because that's the wrestling thing. But then they beat the ever-living crap out of the face team. And the way Dynamite ended, the Young Bucks killing Swerve and Kenny Omega on tables, laying them out. So this leaves room for the faces to actually win the match this Sunday too. So I'm gonna pick the face team.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know how Anarchy in the Arena works?
Yeah.
It's a really weird match, and you cannot, predict stuff. What do you think?
Oh, without a doubt. I think the face team wins, and it's one of those things. Like, you're right, you can't really predict it. So that being said, like my predictions pretty much, like, other than the face team winning, I think we already know we'll see Gabe Kidd. I think we see Eddie Kingston, and that's that. Like, I mean, this match is going to be, like, I expect Justin Roberts to do what he normally does, I think, for this match. That
Shit's about to hit the fan.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much going to happen, and yeah. And that's what we're going to get. The shit will hit the fan, and we'll go from there, because that's just the way it goes. I mean, I know that's, like, just a basic answer, but, like, this match isn't, like, you can't really predict how it goes. You can just predict a winner, and I just know this match will be just ridiculous, but it's going to be ridiculously fun, and we'll go from there.
Yes.
But yeah, we pretty much agree on the winner, though.
Yeah.
So, all right, got let's see here. Mike Bailey versus Okada for the AEW Continental Championship.
I think there is zero way Mike Bailey wins the championship, because we are heading towards Okada versus Kenny Omega at All In, at All In Texas. No way. But I do feel like Speedball will give Okada's best match in AEW since he came back. He has had slappers. He has had good matches in AEW, but I do feel like this will be one of the better ones,
Yeah.
I do feel like Okada will get involved in Anarchy in the Arena match, because he has to have a confrontation with Kenny. But yeah, most definitely Okada. Definitely Okada. I think there's no way Speedball's winning.
Yeah, no, this is probably the easiest match for me to predict as well. Okada wins. I think it's going to be a great match, and I'm excited to see Speedball versus Okada. I mean, let's go. Shit, I'm excited just for that match too. Two of the best in the ring together. Let's go. So very easy to go with that. All right, a stretcher match between Ricochet.
The first ever stretcher match in AEW. Yes.
Yeah. Versus
Mark Briscoe.
Briscoe. Yeah. Sorry. Pause there.
I think they should give Ricochet the win here.
Oh yeah. He's getting the victory.
Yes. What a wonderful opponent for Ricochet. Two bald men.
Yeah. Battle of the Balds.
Battle of the Balls. Yes. I think they should give Ricochet the win here. He's been doing really awesome work, and I love the way he's having fun.
Yeah. So
win here is the way to go.
Yep. I agree with you 100%. This one's easy too. Let's move on to our next one here. The AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Sons of Texas taking on Hurt Syndicate. Maggie, we always talk about MJF. Is it a matter of time? Will he turn his back this quickly against Hurt Syndicate? Will the Sons of Texas become tag team champions of not only ROH but also AEW?
Let me first of all ask you, what did you think of this segment yesterday?
I love Dustin Rhodes' promo. I thought that was great. But Dustin Rhodes is great when it comes to cutting promos. We already know that. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. But yeah, even though I like gave that scenario right there, I don't see it happening yet.
But I'm talking about, the whole segment with
Yeah,
MJF, the contract
yeah.
signing and everything.
No, it was weird, but it was okay.
I did not enjoy this.
Yeah. The only thing I liked out of everything was Dustin's promo. That was the only thing I
Okay.
got out of it that I liked. And that's probably how I should have phrased it. I mean, it was weird. It was definitely weird. But I just don't know if MJF's going to turn heel or turn, like, basically whatever he does. He's a heel already, so I don't know what the hell you'd call it. Just if he turns his back basically on the Hurt Syndicate, if he does it this quick, maybe, I don't know. But I think those titles stay on the Hurt Syndicate. I really do.
Yeah. So first of all, I do feel like the Hurt Syndicate will retain here. I am not at all invested in the tag team of Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara whatsoever. And I do not watch Ring of Honor because they give me no reason to watch Ring of Honor. And if you don't watch Ring of Honor like me, you have no idea who the champions are. And then you're like, oh, okay, these are the champions. So it's like, why not Top Flight? I understand, but like I I'm 0% invested in that tag team. Like I do not have any reason to care for Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara as a tag team. I understand that this may hurt a lot of people, but it's the truth, and this is the match I am least looking forward to on the show. Is it gonna be an awesome match? It's probably gonna be an awesome match, but like I'm not invested in it whatsoever. As for the segment itself, I do not understand why we had all these weeks building up towards this if it's going to be this. I don't know if why we had Bobby Lashley being confused. I don't know why he didn't want to give the thumbs up from the very beginning, as he did. For him to just sign the contract and nothing to happen. I don't know what was the purpose of that. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm disappointed that Cedric Alexander didn't come out because we have no reason to believe Cedric Alexander's coming out. Like no one said that Cedric's there. This
Yeah.
is not what I'm saying that at all. That's not what I'm saying that I didn't like the segment. It just felt weird because if this was going to be the thing that happened from the very beginning, like why did they blue ball us? That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
No, Sean, we have not yet. Yeah, it is not title for title. Just so people know, it's not. It's just for the AEW World titles.
It is.
Yeah. So
I do. Yes, I do think that Hurt Syndicate will retain here.
Yeah. So Hurt Syndicate retains. We both got that. We move on to another match here. Nigel McGuinness returning to the ring to team up with Danny Garcia on FTR, as our friend Corey would say, Bald and Wheeler, with Stoke Hathaway. I'm never going to pick against Nigel, so
Yes.
there you go. But
Yes.
FTR wins.
Of course, FTR is going to win. Of course, FTR are going to win here. Of course.
Because I don't. Because we can't have nice things.
We cannot have nice things. But I'm extremely fascinated to see how the tag team of Nigel and Danny is going to look like. Extremely, extremely happy to see what that looks like. But FTR are going to win.
Now, Clown says Daniel turns heel and they destroy Nigel. I actually think if anything like that happens, I think it's Nigel that would do it.
To turn heel against Danny?
Yeah, like I'm just saying, if anything like that happens, like if there's a heel turn.
Yeah, I mean, Nigel's kind of a dick on commentary, so yes.
So I don't think either one's gonna happen. But that's just how I feel. I think FTR wins, as much as I don't want to pick against Nigel. I just, with the momentum that they have for FTR and the way people just can't stand them, I think you have to ride that. And I think a loss for FTR hurts them a lot more than a loss for Daniel Garcia does.
Oh, absolutely. It will absolutely kill their momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but there'll be more matches announced. There'll probably be some announced tonight because Collision does take place tonight. So there will be that. So because they're not going, they don't want to go against. Well, I'm assuming they don't want to go against the NBA playoffs and also WWE Saturday Night Main Event. So that's probably why they're going tonight against TNA. So there's that.
Yeah.
Anyways, we will move on to how you feel about a little
Cooper Effect.
Cooper Effect action here. Let's do this.
I wish the Cooper Effect could be on my back so it could stop hurting. So yeah, guys. We're going to tell you a story about the bloodhound named Ludwin this week. Such a cute dog. I mean, her owner, April, just let her out of the house for her daily, walk, scavenger, walk that she does all by herself. But then, like, she didn't come back for some time, but this was incredibly normal for her. But what happened was Ludwin accidentally took place in a marathon. And I understand how that sounds. So a neighbor took a picture of Ludwin and sent her to her owner, April, just so she knows that Ludwin finished 7th overall in the marathon. So first in the females, and 7th overall, just so you know. The contestants in the marathon were absolutely 100% honest that if she didn't stop to look at some cows, she would have been number 1.
You can't beat it.
So this wonderful bloodhound is our incredible Cooper Effect this week. This is a story sent to us by our friend Peggy. Thank you so much, sweetie. This is a wonderful story for us to tell everyone. I'm always psyched to tell a Cooper Effect that a friend of ours sent. So guys, if you have awesome stories like that, please tag Rob and I or send Rob and I via messages. Do not hesitate to do so. We love it. We love this. Hooray to Ludwin.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, that story's great.
Saturday night main event or Battleground?
Oh, let's go with Saturday night main event. Let's save the worst for worst.
Okay.
The worst for
so
last.
Negative.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling anyways. Let's go with this one first. Kick it off with Bronathan Breakker and Seth Rollins taking on Sami Zayn and CM Punk.
I'm sorry. Put that graphic back on. Put the graphic back on. CM Punk looks incredibly handsome here.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. So
Okay. That's all you got.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker should win this match. They should. Are they gonna? Probably not. But as for the same reasons why FTR should win over Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Garcia. They are on the same page. Seth Rollins and Bron Breakker. They have been conspiring together as to fairly recently, CM Punk had awful words towards Sami Zayn. So why should they get along in a tag team? This is what I'm asking. I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins here, and yes, it is because I'm incredibly biased, and I am a Seth girly that I'm going to pick Seth Rollins. But what do you think? I don't think that Punk and Sammy have any right to get along in this match.
Yeah. I mean, you said it right there. Like, they've never, I don't think other than the Survivor Series match and maybe like one of the premium or house shows towards like around Christmas, they might have teamed up, but I don't think they've teamed up before and stuff like that. There's really no reason for them to win. And you're building this momentum already with Braun and Seth. I think it's very easy to tell that Seth and Braun will win this. Will we see, like, could Sammy become the third man type thing? I don't think so. But is it out of the realm of possibility? No. I just think they lose flat out. I just think they lose.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. It looks like a lot of people in our chat pretty much agree with us on that. They added too much. Oh yeah, I know they added 2 matches, but I think because they're we don't want to spoil them, so that's why.
Yeah.
That's why we don't want to. Nothing personal there, Manny, but I deleted that comment.
Did he say what the matches were?
Yeah, but it's fine. Like he probably didn't know, so it's all good.
Yeah,
I just deleted it, so all good, man. It happens, all good.
all good, sweetie.
So, yeah, I just think, like I said, you got to go with the momentum right there. I still think, like I said a couple of weeks ago, they gotta stop with the music, man. You can't have the crowd cheering on with them. Like if you want them to be a heel team,
never.
Just stop it. Damn it.
No, keep up with the music. I don't care.
Okay. So let's move on to our next match, a steel cage match featuring Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Maggie, if there's one thing I want in this match, I want the classic blue steel cage that we used to get way back in the day. That's what I want. I'm talking the ones that we used to get with Brett versus Owen from SummerSlam 94. I'm talking your Hogan steel cage matches. I'm talking like steel cage matches that had the blue cage. You know, those were the days. Those were the good old days that I had growing up, and that's what I want, because I think if you're gonna go retro like they already do, you gotta do it right, and that's the way you do it. But on top of that, I think Drew McIntyre gets a victory here.
He should. He better get the victory here. First of all, so like they kind of already do the retro thing with the whole special edition because it's not a pay-per-view. I don't think that Saturday Night Main Event is a pay-per-view, but it is old school. So might as well do it here. And like they did have a red steel cage match, which I do not understand why the cage was red at all, and it was horrible. So might as well do a blue one now. So I understand. I don't have any emotional investment in blue steel cage matches because I was not watching at the time, but I do know where you're coming from. So might as well do it. I hope Drew McIntyre wins here. He should win everything forever and ever and ever because Drew was never wrong in anything that he said. He's one of those heels who always tells the truth, even though he's the heel. Like Kevin Owens. I miss Kevin Owens, man, so much. Just
I do too. I miss him.
Yes. So yeah, I picked Drew here.
Okay.
Damian Priest was praised a lot backstage for his awesome work, and I will praise him if he takes the loss here.
Yeah. Oh, the next match that we have here, Jey Uso defending his world title against Logan Paul. Maggie, go ahead and say your line because I know what you're going to say.
I hate this match.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else there. Well,
no, I'm not going to say that I don't give a shit or I don't care or I don't give a fuck or anything.
Okay.
Because I'm actually mad because what happened here was this is a match for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Gunther came out and said, "I'll tell you what, the winner of your match gets me." And I'm like, this is not how it works, man. You're not the champion. What do you mean they get you? You get the other way around, man. And I understand what he's going for. And like, I agree because like Gunther, for me, is way more entertaining than Logan Paul and Jey Uso. Do not get me wrong. I love Jey Uso in the tag division, and he's been incredibly entertaining as a singles competitor when it comes to crowd reaction. But I just don't get the vibe. And Logan Paul, get the fuck out of my television.
Wow.
I do not understand why he's on my TV. I am 0% entertained by anything that man does. He is athletic, and I will never stop saying this. He is not a good wrestler. He's athletic. There's a huge difference. A huge difference. He's incredibly athletic, and I will never take that away from him. He's not a good wrestler, though. Not whatsoever. Yeah.
Okay.
He has no right to be this agile in the ring. He executes moves great, but this is not the only thing that makes you a great wrestler. He sells like crap. Just the only match I'm excited to see is Logan Paul versus Pat McAfee. But this match will never happen because neither of them is equipped to carry a match. They are awesome in the ring, but with other people who will be ring generals and can carry a match. Unlike my back right now. But
you're usually carrying the show, so that's okay.
Come on, you're setting yourself short. I mean, your sex education is really with your driving the show.
I showed that to my friend, and he laughed. He laughed at that. So thanks to Soupy for creating that clip because
Soupy's the best for this.
I forgot about it, to be honest with you.
Follow our friend Tom Tuck's Rubbish. Follow Tom. He's a sweetheart. Yeah, so I don't care about this match. It's obvious that Jay's gonna win the match. I mean, I hope. I hope. Gunther did say that he is looking forward to it being Jay because he wants to to
Get his
repair
revenge.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything that happened at WrestleMania. But then Gunther did say that he is eager to face Seth Rollins backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, the worst take I saw on Twitter, and I'm going to tell you because I just want to see your face. Maybe it's because I want to see your head explode. I don't know. But the person that I saw on Twitter say this said, okay, so this is what I think is going to happen. I think that Jay's going to win. He's going to face Gunther at Money in the Bank. Gunther's going to win, and then Gunther's going to lose the title to Goldberg at SummerSlam. And I just was like, I could send that to Maggie, or I could just tell her on the show so I can see her reaction. And I think I did the better. I think it was better to see her reaction there.
I think I'm gonna take a break from the show if this ends up
happens.
happening.
Yeah. I was like, I wanted to report the tweet, but there was really no option to. There was really no option to like, how does this tweet bother you? And there was no like Goldberg option, so I was like, yeah, dang it.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah,
let's never talk about this ever again.
Sounds good. We go to, I think, probably the easiest match of the weekend to call.
What do you pick? Wait, what are you picking?
Jey Uso.
Okay.
Jey Uso wins.
Okay.
I don't know how, like, what happened. Maybe like outside interference. I don't know, but yeah, they ain't putting that title on Logan. I don't think. But the easiest match to call this weekend, out of all the matches in the history of matches this weekend, is this one. Jonathan Cena taking on Ron R-Truth Killings. I like R-Truth. He's hilarious. He's funny. I think if we hung out, we'd be friends. But I would tell him as a friend that somebody's going to get their ass kicked. And it's going to be him because there's no way Jonathan Cena's losing this title. John Cena is not losing. It's not losing. It's easy. There's some things in life that are guaranteed, like Steiner math, death, and taxes. And John Cena beating R-Truth. There you go. There's the four certainties in life right there. Oh, it's not for the title?
It's not for the title.
Oh, okay. My bad. Like, see, I haven't been paying attention to that garbage.
I don't care about this match, Rob.
No, I know. And like I said, I forgot, or I didn't. I thought it was for the title, but it makes sense that it's not.
Don't care. Like, Cena has so little appearances for the year. Why isn't this Carmelo Hayes? Why isn't this any other wrestler? I understand that in story it's is everything okay?
No, I was thinking now that, like, well, shit, if it's a non-title match, then maybe it's not the easiest match to call.
No. He's not winning.
Well, I'm saying by disqualification. But again, they didn't call disqualification during the Cody Rhodes match when they could have, so I guess you're right.
No, he's not winning because there's no reason for R-Truth to get a title match.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, in the match, like, disqualification. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I just...
No.
Yeah.
No. So, I'm just... I understand that in kayfabe...
yeah.
It's an important match to happen because it's R-Truth and his childhood hero. I understand that. But, like, really, are we just gonna do that entire thing? I know it's silly, but it's Saturday night main event, and I'm going to be having a day off on Sunday. and I will be watching this.
And I think they're going to add another match too.
I'm sure.
Um,
Yeah.
There's no. I'm
No
assuming
women's
they're going to
match.
add. They're going to add a women's match because
I hope
they
you're
should.
right, because such a sausage fest, man.
Yeah, I guess so. Sausage Fest. That's pretty much right on there. So, yeah, there you go. That's Saturday night's main event, which you can
Yes.
see here in the States on NBC. So now we move on to NXT Battleground.
Are you excited for the show?
Can you tell?
Yes.
Um. Oh man. Let's see here. The let's just start with the main event here. Or you know what? Let's go with this one. Jordan Grace taking on
This
Stephanie.
is the main event.
Oh, is it? Okay, well that's fine.
No. It's
Oh.
my main event.
Oh, it's my main event too. Stephanie McClure defending her title against Jordan Grace. Maggie, who you got and why you got him?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, man, are they moving Stephanie up? Because damn, like part of me is wondering because
So they did have Stephanie on the main roster for a match.
yeah,
But the stupid thing is that they have Jordan Grace on the main roster deal.
yeah,
And she's on NXT. That is the reason why none of us can pick a winner in this match. Because I would only assume that the loser is gonna get called up. Like, is it gonna be Stephanie? Or is it gonna be Jordan Grace? I don't want Jordan Grace to lose.
yeah. I don't
Because
either.
I kind of want Jordan Grace to be this monster in the division. That's what I want. This is the same thing that I wanted for Zarya.
Yeah.
And she's not even close, man, because they are making her look like a dummy. This week specifically. So oh man, I don't know. Cause like she won the title from Julia. Now Julia and Roxanne were together on the main roster, but now they're on different brands. And then Julia said that they're not friends. Like, I'm so pissed off at everything that they've done with Julia and Roxanne. I'm happy that Roxanne is a part of the Money in the Bank match. She qualified, and that's great. Because I do feel like she's winning the match. But like the whole thing that they did with her and Julia was so weird, man. It made no sense to me. So I just feel like there's no there's no easy way out of this match. I do feel like they did everything too quickly. Everything went on too quickly. Like Julia came, she's a champion, but then she got hurt, so they put the championship on Stephanie. But then she was good, and then she got called up with Roxanne. That all of us were hoping that she got called up a year ago, Roxanne Perez, and now that they finally do, they ruined her instantly on the main roster. I do hope that there's time for them to repair that, but like everything that happened in the NXT women's division, which is so stacked. I understand the division is so stacked, and that's why they need to call people up, because there's no nothing more for you to do there. But I do feel like Stephanie has a lot more to do there.
Oh,
But like, I'm so torn. The only reason why I'm saying that Jordan Grace is winning is because I want Jordan Grace to be this unstoppable force on NXT, and for her to just get called up eventually because there's nothing more to do there, and then she just vacates the championship.
yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm saying that Jordan Grace is winning.
Okay.
But it's a weird match to have. I hope it's gonna be as good as I think it is.
Yeah. See, this one has a lot of people quite well. I see. Brent has Jordan winning. Pile Driver has Stephanie winning. Manny has Jordan winning. Stephanie wins. Jordan goes up.
It can go either way.
Yeah, it's a toss up.
But I will always be biased when it comes to Jordan Grace.
Yeah. So, man, I think I'm gonna go with Stephanie wins. I think they keep her there for a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll go that. It's one of those things where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't with me. Like, that's the way I feel. I'm fine with either one. I'm fine with either one winning because I like them both. I think they're both great. So we move on to our next match. Trick Williams taking on Joe Hendry for
the TNA Championship.
The TNA Championship. Maggie,
I
what you got? Who you got? Huh?
I think Trick's winning the championship.
My thing is okay. If they go that route, why would TNA do that? Like, my thing is, like, would you want them to do it on? I don't know.
Sooner or later, one of the companies has to win the other company's title. Sooner or later, I do feel like Trick will drop it back to someone from TNA.
Mike
sooner
Santana,
rather than later. I hope it's Mike Santana. But I don't know. I know that's it's up to TNA and not Joe Hendry. I know it's up to TNA.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, this is a way for Joe Hendry to say that he's a team player and eventually get a big ass fat check from WWE when they sign the guy.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like Joe Hendry will sign with WWE sooner rather than later.
Pretty much everybody thinks Joe Hendry, or well, Trick wins. Trick. Pile Driver says Joe Hendry or John. That one got me. Yeah, that's a good question. Why does Joe have a shoulder that needs surgery on TNA, but on NXT he is healthy? I've kind of wondered that myself.
So well, I do feel like they're gonna go with an upset here.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with I'm gonna stick with Joe. I'm going my first inkling, but we already know I'm not the best at these prediction shows, so we'll just stick with what I got here. We move on to our next match.
Yes.
Yep.
Stacks versus Tony D, man. This is a grudge match. This is this is an emotional match. So Stacks low-key killed everyone from the family. He just killed them. And now Tony D'Angelo is going for revenge. So if you need to use wrestling logic, Stacks needs to win this match. Just so eventually Tony D'Angelo can win everything. But here's the thing. I hate the fact that they tore apart the family. I hate it because they were so good, and I love the family, and I wanted them to get called up as a, as a thing. But then later you realize that the family with this whole shtick and with the and everything. I don't know if this works on the main roster. I think that this is something that works on NXT specifically and will not work on the main show.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. I pick Stacks here. Again, I'm using wrestling logic. In my head, Tony D'Angelo should win all the time. But if we're sticking to wrestling logic, it should be Stacks.
Okay. I think you go with Stacks. That's what I would do. I say go with Stacks. See what he can do.
Stack him up.
Yeah, just let him stack him up. Yeah, I think that's the way, because
this is the way.
Do you think it's almost time for a call up for our guy?
For Tony?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to see him go. Again, I don't think that his persona works on the main roster.
Yeah, I don't either. I think they would have to do it like a
rebranding.
Character change. And God forbid they don't do it like they did well, pretty much anybody. But it was, man, I forgot his name. It's the Imperium that got released.
Fabian Eichner?
Yeah, that one. Like how he had that character change.
Yeah.
God, that was brutal. It's so bad I forgot it. I forgot, like, it's just brutal. Not good, not cool.
Not good at all. Not good.
No. All right, so we go to our next match here, which is none other than Sol Ruca taking on Kalani Jordan for the NXT Women's North American Championship.
I'm anxious to see where this goes. This is the reason why I said that I'm mad at them for everything that they did with Zarya, because I think we all can kind of agree that every one of us are seeing the heel turn coming. Like, we all see Zarya killing Sol Ruca eventually. We can all see that. But up until then, I'm sure that they will just go out of their way to make her look as weak as possible, which is something that I'm not going to pretend I enjoy, because I kind of feel like a woman built like Zarya should absolutely squash Kalani. And this is not me saying that I don't like Kalani Jordan. I love her. I do feel like Sol Ruca wins this match. And then the person to eventually beat her for the championship is Zarya after a heel turn. Okay. But I'm looking forward to this match because we've seen Sol Ruca and Kalani Jordan wrestle before, and it's always been a fun match.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Yeah, I think the reason why I think Sol Ruca wins because of Zarya, because Zarya technically, I think the ref sees her like take her out. Like, I think it's one of those situations where she's not going to cost her the title because she wants the title. And they set up a title match for her to get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, instead of letting the title just switch hands, like a couple of times. I think Sol Ruca will keep the title, and yeah, I think we'll have a new. I think Zarya will win the title down the road here soon. I think that's the way they should do it. And don't get me wrong, I like Kalani Jordan. I think she's. I think she could hold that title. I really do, but I think she'd also be a great person to maybe try to go after the NXT Women's title. I don't know. Well, of course, I mean, if you think about it, if she loses the North American challenge, or she challenges for the North American title and she doesn't win that, can't really throw her into the main title picture. Of course, it's
you
WWE.
can.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, of course it's WWE. They probably could, but I didn't. Who knows? I just know that either way, I think if Kalani wins, cool. I think she'll be fine with that title. And but if I could see it go both ways. You know, I could see Zarya actually costing Saul the title, and Saul loses it, and Saul and Zarya have a feud for a while. You know,
Yes,
they could definitely go that route.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. We will move on to our next match here. My computer's moving a little slow, but what else is new? We go on to Mr. Obafemi taking on Miles Bourne.
Look, man, I'm so invested in this match. I do understand all the LFG people getting involved and everything, but let's put a pin in that and just enjoy how incredibly over Miles Bourne is and how the audience are so in love with the guy. Initially, No Quarter Catch Crew they're kind of built like this comedy act that is entirely made up of amazing professional wrestlers. Like that's the funny thing. Like they're meant to be so goofy, but all of them are amazing in the ring. I love No Quarter Catch Crew so much. I never understand why Charlie Dempsey hasn't been a proper champion. Like they have given him the Heritage Cup, I understand. But like I never understood why he was never a proper champion. He's basically William Regal's son. So just put some respect on his name.
Okay.
That was my best. That was my best Kate impression. Put some respect on my name. So, I think we can all agree Obafemi is retaining here.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's safe to say.
Everyone can agree to that, but I do see a lot of shenanigans happening in this match. I just have no idea what this is going to be. But yeah.
Yeah, Obafemi wins. Yes. I think it's going to be a good match. So there's that.
I love Miles Bourne.
Yeah.
I love Miles Bourne.
So yeah, I think it's going to be
Baby Randy.
Baby Randy, yeah. I think it's going to be a solid match. That I can definitely say. So that, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to that part of it. Mm-hmm. So we go to our last match here, and that is none other than Hank and Tank and Josh Briggs taking on the Coling, Sean Spears, Brooks Jensen, and Nico Vance.
So initially, I was gonna go with the Culling here, but like Hank and Tank just won those championships.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel like they should keep them strong, you know, as the tag team to actually beat Fraxium.
Yeah,
they were the best tag team in wrestling. At least according to, you know,
the Young Bucks. No, the Young Bucks.
Fightful supporters. And
hey, yeah, man. Fightful award winners.
Yes. So Do you see what the hell did you do? Did
I
you
just hit
hit
my
something?
no. I hit my hand against a
Oh, okay.
part of my desk. It's fine. The desk is fine. The hand is fine.
The desk's fine. So, can you see Josh Briggs turning heel?
And being friends again with Brooks Jensen,
Yeah, and joining the calling.
I can see that.
Yeah, you know.
Yep, I could see that. They've been
I
lost without each other.
it,
That part I'm kidding about, but
I just want to have a reason for the calling to win and for the tag team champions to lose. That's
sure.
that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna go with that because Inamura left Josh Briggs. He left for Japan, and he got lost. And I do feel like it's in Sean Spears' character to prey on lost souls.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick that. Throw back the expert in NXT.
He says they're serving this. Going back to the Oba Femi match, because they're serving this kid Miles Born to Oba to make Oba stronger. Oba needs judgment type of opponents to take that title.
Juggernaut type of opponent.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I just misread that. The only one that could be that would be Saints.
I adored the way Oba Femi sold this match because he said that he loved Miles Bourne and he hated that he had to do that to Miles. And I think Oba Femi, they should keep him strong as much as they can because I kind of feel like they hit a gold mine here with Oba.
Yeah.
So I
what
want
the
them.
hell? Sorry.
Someone text John Alba to get on the stream with us.
No, don't. I don't want
to. Damn it. So Vegas again. 2 years in a row. I don't think that they're gonna go with this.
Yeah, I don't. Ugh. I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea at all.
I mean, I personally never care where a show is. Never. I never care because it's the same to me. But I know it matters for you guys over there. So
yeah, I don't think that's a wise decision. I mean, granted, if they're getting paid, they don't give a shit. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people bitched and moaned how much it was, and I get why they bitched and moaned because it was expensive. But we'll see. Oh well.
They still sold tickets, so
yeah.
I don't know if they're.
I just don't. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. John Alba's good. I just don't understand why. Why
Me
they
too.
Go that route, but
I could never understand that.
But yeah, we both have Oba winning, or we both have.
Oh, absolutely, Oba retains here.
Yeah.
There will be shenanigans happening after the match, though.
Yep. So that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to talk about, Maggie?
No, I'm just gonna go cry after the show because my back hurts.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I do want to promote a show that's going on tomorrow, Saturday, I believe. It's the Action Dean 2. It's taking place at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale. It's an independent show that will be going on and has a really good card. It's action wrestling in conjunction with Ring of Honor. And it has a really good card. I talked about it last week a little bit, but some of the matches include the ROH Pure Title match, Lee Moriarty taking on Matt Mako, Beast Mortos taking on Slim J, Rhino versus Manders. You have Josh Woods versus JD Drake.
Yes.
Then there's some tag team matches. There's a 10-man tag team match, a dog collar match with Adam Priest and Mad Dog Connolly. So tons of matches. It'll be free to watch on. That's right. It airs on Friday, but it takes place. I think tonight. Maybe I'm wrong. Bryn would know if Bryn's still here. Bryn's still here. Bryn, you still here? Bryn. If Bryn's still here, she knows.
Yes.
But if she's not, so oh well. Maggie, plug shit. Oh, okay.
Shit.
There. Takes place on Saturday. There we go. We'll air later on YouTube, Ring of Honor YouTube. Cool. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie. We are lost without you.
Yes,
Guys,
we are. It's amazing.
You can follow me on Twix or X or whatever, Twitter, at Maggie_IK, on Instagram at Maggie.IK, and on Blue Sky at Maggie-IK. If I survive this week, man, fuck this week. Seriously, I'm so happy that Double or Nothing is happening just so I can have a reason not to shoot myself.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Plug your shit.
Guys, follow me at Rob Wilkins on X. I'm also on Instagram and Threads at Fightful And I also want to say, go Timberwolves. Win tonight. Beat the Thunder. You can do it. I believe in you. I know you're all watching before your game tonight. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, win Timberwolves, please. Please, I need this. Yeah, but other than that, guys, like I always say, enjoy wrestling this coming weekend. Hope you do. Whether you watch SmackDown and the PLEs or Saturday Night Main Event, just enjoy it. We hope to see you back next week right here. We will be back on Friday of next week, which will be May 30th. And we will see you then. So peace out, homies. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. You can check out all our previous episodes on your favorite podcast platforms or youtube.com/FightfulOverbooked.